Hi everyone, welcome to Trendy Ladder. So it's time for checking out some good words which can really help you to score good marks in IELTS speaking. So that is the agenda for today, and we'll be looking at different words which can help you to score very good marks in speaking module of IELTS. So I have already explained the basic information about IELTS speaking. What is it all about? So let me give you a very brief information once again in this video, and then we'll just see which 5 words can help you to score very good marks in IELTS speaking. So IELTS speaking module is generally takes place for about 13 to 14 minutes. So the things that you need to keep in mind is that do not go prepared by memorizing the answers which are there on the internet, because those examiners are very experienced teachers and they really get to know that you have memorized those answers and it is not your natural fluency or your natural vocabulary. So a big no to it, right? Okay, the second thing which you need to keep in mind is that you need to be very natural in your fluency. So don't go for unnatural accents. That is not your day-to-day life accents, right? You need to be as natural as you can, and make sure that you don't use any artificial or unnatural accents over there, because those teachers are very experienced and they easily get to know and they easily catch you, right? Okay, so if you keep these 2 things in mind and try to be as natural, so the biggest the key to succeed in IELTS speaking is that you need to be as natural as you can. Okay, so let's start with today's agenda, which is some good words which can help you to score very good marks in IELTS. So I'll try to be a bit slower than what I have been in this video, so that you can concentrate on those words. And while you have a look at these words, please make sure that you are not preparing for IELTS speaking as in looking at some websites and memorizing around 100 to 200 vocabulary words, because trust me, when you are there at the exam center, there's a lot of nervousness and there is a lot of anxiety, and you'd hardly get to know any of those 100 to 200 words which you have really prepared and memorized while preparing for IELTS speaking. So that totally doesn't make sense. Trust me, just it's better to learn fewer words, but it's better to learn only those words that you can use in your day-to-day lives, right? And you are able to use it in your natural flow. All right, so don't go with that flow wherein you are learning a lot of words, and that will not make sense at all during your exam time. Okay, so the first word for today is tons of. All right, tons of. This word is basically used instead of a lot of or many. For example, the examiner asks you, can you tell me how many friends you have, right? So to start with the answer, you can say I have many friends, or you may say that I have a lot of friends. So rather than saying these simple words, you can probably say I have tons of friends. So it is basically a synonym for many or so many. So that will definitely help you to score good marks in case you use this word instead of so many or a lot of. All right, so the word is tons of. All right, just go to the net and see the synonyms and the examples for this word. You will find many examples. I'll share more links to this below my video. Okay, the second word which you need to keep in mind is off the top of my head. Off the top of my head. Now, when do you want to use this particular word? You need to use this word when you are not really sure of the answer to the question that examiner has asked you. So let me give you a very simple example. Suppose the examiner asks you, what do you think nowadays the use of libraries is getting reduced a lot. What is your view on it? So that's a question which will definitely not give you an instant answer, right? And you definitely need some time to think about it. So the first way to think about is to use the filler words, but you should use the fillers because that definitely shows your natural fluency, but don't use the filler words to a greater extent, right? You can use the filler words only for a 2 to 3 seconds to get a time lag of 2 to 3 seconds. But if in case you want to get around 5 to 8 seconds of time to think about the idea that you want to answer, then it's probably a very good idea to use this high vocabulary word which is off the top of my head. So to give an answer of that, you can say, off the top of my head, I think libraries are really important and they really play an important role in our lives, right? So you got some time to think about it, and you probably told the examiner that you are not really sure about the answer, but you are just giving whatever is coming in your mind right away. All right, great. So the third word for today is that you should use a word called for ages. For ages. Now, there may be a time, right, when the examiner asks you, when's the last time you watched any good movie, right? So, suppose you are not that keen of watching movies and you want to say that it has been a very long time I have watched a movie lastly. So, rather than saying that it's been very long time, you can say I have not watched the movie for ages because I don't really get time to do so, right? So for any situation wherein you want to say that you haven't done that task for a very long time, go for this word, for ages. All right. Now the fourth word for today is sought after. Sought after. Now you need to use this word wherein you are trying to explain about something which is very popular in your city or your country and which is very much in demand. For example, the question comes to you that tell me something about your country which is very popular and which is a very good tourist attraction, right? So, and you want to say
It's
that
4 o'clock.
you want to say that it's something which is related to, say, blankets or some sort of clothes, traditional clothes. So you'll probably, rather than saying that this particular piece of cloth or this particular type of traditional cloth is very much in demand in my city, you can say this is very much sought after in our country. All right, so this is the fourth word which you can use. Just look out at the net and see what are other examples you can find, and you will find it very helpful to increase your marks in speaking module. All right, now the fifth word and the last word for today is to pick one up. Pick one up. Now you can use this word to explain a situation wherein you are trying to buy something. So let me give you a very simple example. The examiner asks you, what do you do in your leisure time? And you are trying to explain that I really like shopping and I go out to buy different clothes every day, different household items. So you can say that I usually go out and pick one up, any cloth or any piece of particular material which you really like. So rather than saying I usually like to buy that, you can say I usually like to pick one up. All right, so that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video, and as I said, right, don't try to memorize a lot of a plethora of words at one go, because that is something which is tested and the examiners gets to know very easily, and that will definitely lead you to make few mistakes as well. So it's never a good idea. It's better to learn fewer words step by step. I hope you like the video, and if in case you like the video, please put a comment and like the thumb button, right? After sharing your comments and after getting your comments, I'll see if I need to share more videos with more good words which will help you to score even good marks in IELTS speaking. Till then, see ya, have a good day and good luck.